What's up, time travelers and chaos chasers? Welcome back to another review, and today we're diving headfirst into the wibbly-wobbly time mess that is Loki Season 2. You thought the first season was a roller coaster. Well, Season 2 said, hold my multiverse. Now, Loki's not just breaking timelines, he's practically juggling them. So, Loki starts off literally slipping through time like someone who just learned ice skating. He's bouncing between past, present, and future like a DVD menu that won't stay still. Time slipping is his new party trick, except it's less fun at parties and more like please get me off this ride. I mean, the poor guy can't even stand in one place without glitching like an old school video game. And Mobius, our favorite TVA agent, is just sitting there like, what is happening? Loki, can you please stop disappearing mid-sentence? Their dynamic is still peak buddy cop energy, except this time the buddy has a malfunctioning time machine in his DNA. Their friendship is a constant mix of let's save the multiverse, and can you just stop messing with time for 1 second? But the real MVP of this season, OB, the TV's tech genius and all-around guy who's trying to keep the universe from imploding. OB is like that IT guy who's been called into work at AM because someone downloaded a virus on the timeline. He's fixing Loki's time slips, rebuilding reality, and casually reminding us all that multiversal tech support is the hardest job in the MCU. Also, can we talk about the temporal loom? It's like the TV's super complicated cosmic spaghetti maker. The thing is responsible for weaving together all the branches of the timeline, and surprise, it's breaking down. Now Loki and the gang have to fix it before everything unravels like your Wi-Fi on a bad day. High stakes, people, very high stakes. And then, Sylvie's back. But she's not blowing up the TVA this time. Nope, she's working at a fast food joint in some random branch of the timeline. Girl went from burn down the system to would you like fries with that? Sylvie just wants to live a normal life now, but Loki's like, hey, remember that whole multiverse thing? It's still broken, help. And she's like, ugh, fine, but only after my shift. The tension between Loki and Sylvie this season, chef's kiss, it's all we're not the same, but also we're exactly the same. They're constantly debating about fate, free will, and whether they should let the timeline implode or fix it. Classic sibling energy. Sylvie's still not here for the TV's nonsense, and Loki's out here trying to do the right thing, which is a whole new vibe for him. Meanwhile, Ravonna and Miss Minutes are out here playing their own game of who's really in charge. Miss Minutes, that creepy little clock, somehow went from quirky mascot to full-on timeline villain. She's got her own agenda now, and honestly, I'm terrified of a sentient clock with abandonment issues. She's basically Skynet, but cuter. Now let's talk about Victor Timely. Jonathan Majors is back, but this time as a variant of Kang who's a quirky, 19th century inventor. Timely's like a mix between Nikola Tesla and that guy who tries to sell you stuff at a county fair. He's got big trust me. I've got this wild idea energy, except this wild idea might reshape the entire multiverse. No big deal, right? Loki and Mobius are trying to get Victor Timely to help them with the temporal loom, and it's basically like trying to explain a smartphone to someone from 1800. Timely's got all the brains, but zero concept of how insane the multiverse has gotten. Watching him and Loki try to fix the timeline is like watching two tech support guys work on a computer from the future. Confusion, a lot of trial and error, and somehow, more time slipping. And finally, we get what we've been waiting for: Mobius on a jet ski. I mean, it was teased for so long, and then there he is, living his best life, even if it's just for a second. Mobius on a jet ski is basically the MCU's version of everything is fine. But don't get too comfortable, because the shadow of Kang is still looming large. We know the multiverse war is coming, and Season 2 is setting the stage for Kang's ultimate takeover. Loki's trying to stop it. But let's be real, he's out here playing multiversal whack-a-mole while Kang is pulling all the strings. If there's one thing we've learned, it's that Kang doesn't just want to rule time, he wants to own it. So, final thoughts: Loki Season 2 cranks the time chaos up to 11. It's a wild mix of time travel shenanigans, heartfelt moments, and Loki trying to be the hero for once, which is still weird, but I'm here for it. The multiverse is officially out of control, and with Loki at the helm, it's only going to get messier. But hey, that's why we love it, right? Like, subscribe, and remember, if you're ever stuck in a TVA waiting room, don't trust the clock. Just don't. And keep an eye out for jet skis. They're always important.